Happy Monday. The end of March already. A lot has changed since week one of my Spring into Clean Eating workshop. Most of us are in lockdown or shelter in place. Some of us are working from home. I'm going to be working from home a couple days a week. So that's a good thing. So this week is all about planning ahead. Okay. Um, right now, with a lot of people home, you probably aren't planning ahead because you're home and you're able to cook. But once life gets back to our new normal and you are back in the regular routine, planning ahead is very important when it comes to clean eating or just sticking to a healthier way of eating. I attached this in the group already. It's a meal planner template calendar that I created. And it's just a calendar where you can write down breakfast, 2 snacks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you can have it all scheduled for the week. Okay, so it's already in the files. So you can just download it. Okay. And that is very helpful. It's also helpful for grocery shopping. Not right now, necessarily, because there's still a lot of stuff that's not in stock. But normally, if you know what you're going to cook for the week or the month, depending, some people shop by the month, then you would be able to write your shopping list out just by looking at what you're planning and have your recipes handy. This definitely saves you time when you're shopping. It also saves you time preparing because you know ahead of time what you're cooking. So if you work during the week and your weekends are when you're home and preparing, you can start cooking a lot of things in batches and just cook stuff in your crock pot or instant pot and the oven. Just get it all done ahead of time, and then it's ready for you during the week. And you can use a lot of them for lunches too. Plan ahead by cooking 3 times a week. Plan for leftovers, either for dinner or for lunch. So that way you're not cooking every single night or trying to cook a new meal every night. If you plan for at least 3 different types of meals, big dinners for the week, and then you have leftovers, you have lunches. Okay. So that also saves you time, and you don't feel like you're always in the kitchen cooking. Also, I'd mentioned too, like the crock pot or the Instant Pot. I use my Instant Pot for a lot of things, and you can put a frozen chicken breast in there, and in 5 minutes they're cooked under the pressure. And when I used to eat chicken salad, I would make my own homemade chicken salad, and I would cook it 5 minutes under pressure, let it come down naturally, and then it would shred for chicken salad. So even like pork roll or anything like that, a lot of people put it in frozen, and it still comes out really good. Like the pork roll I put in with either sauerkraut or barbecue sauce, and then like an hour and 15 minutes, and I let it naturally let the steam out because then it shreds a lot easier, and it pulls apart, so it's like pulled pork. But even just, I make my yogurt in my Instant Pot. I can make hard-boiled eggs. I've done that before. I've cooked stews in there. My pasta sauce that I make, my homemade pasta sauce I cook in there. I now make my elderberry syrup in there because it's so much quicker. It's 7 minutes, and then you do the quick release, and then you just do the rest of the recipe, where it took me 45 minutes to an hour to cook it on a stove. So this is much quicker. Okay, so using things like that definitely saves you time. A crock pot is one. I still love the crock pot too, and it like cooks all day. So I used to set it before I go to work, and then it'd be ready when I get home, and you didn't have to do anything. You just put everything in the morning, and then it's ready. So that's another way to plan ahead and save time. Now, making meals 1 or 2 days a week definitely helps. I do that on Sundays. Working full time, I started meal prepping when I went back to work on Sundays. Of course, we used to do our grocery shopping on Sunday mornings. Not right now because there's not a lot of food on Sunday mornings, just FYI. So I've changed that up because of what's going on at the grocery stores. But when you plan everything that you need, then you can cook a couple things on the same day. So I have a lot of times my Instant Pot will get used 2 or 3 times in one day, depending on what I'm doing. If it's something that cooks a long time, then no. But if it's short little things, then yeah, I can use it 3 times in a 24-hour period. So by doing that, yeah, you are kind of cooking and doing a lot at one time, and it feels like you're in the kitchen for a few hours. But then you have several meals cooked already, which I said before are dinners, leftovers, and lunches for work, or if you're at home, lunches. But you can get everything done, and you don't feel like you're coming home and having to cook something. I've been doing that lately because I've just forgotten to make something on the weekend, and all of a sudden I'm like, I get home from work and I'm like, I really don't feel like cooking or doing something, but I do it anyway right away, and then it's over with and I don't have to worry about it. So if you prep on the weekends or whatever days that you have time, that definitely will save you a lot of time in the long run. And stress too. I used to get my breakfasts ready. When I ate eggs, I would scramble a bunch of eggs beginning of the week, and that would last me pretty much almost all week. And that way I didn't have to worry about cooking every morning before I went to work. Even if you work from home, it still saves you time. Okay, so, yeah, because it makes the morning routine much less, crazy. Because I know on days that I don't get my lunch ready the night before, I'm like, it's a few minutes, but it still kind of throws you off. Because I'm already dealing with my dogs and doing all that fun stuff to get ready for work. So, this is just an overview. These 4 weeks are just an overview of what my coaching, my 12-week coaching program touches on. Okay. But going over how to clear the clutter in your kitchen and your pantry will help you to not eat the foods that you don't want to eat anymore if you get rid of them. Okay. Honoring your yes and your no. In other words, just say if you know you want to do something, don't let other people talk you out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Put it in your calendar. Learn to say no, because that's always hard. But if it's something that you want and something that you really, really, really need, then you just have to say no to other people and say, no, this is what I'm doing. Okay, setting your boundaries, getting the support system of people that will support you in your new journey for clean eating. And then don't forget self-care, which, being mindful, watching your stress, we talked about this last week, and your sleep. I know that I'm usually things in the world don't usually bother me too much because I'm usually too busy doing whatever I'm doing. But the last couple weeks with do I have to go grocery shopping for 2 or 3 days, go to different 2 or 3 stores? You're like, you can't just go to one store and find everything anymore. Last week, driving to work, and we were in shelter in place, and I'm like, am I going to get pulled over by a cop because I work for an essential, my company is an essential business. We help low-income Section 8 public housing keep their electricity and give them rebates for their electricity. So right now, especially if they're not working, they need my company. So it's an essential business. But I was like, oh my God, what if a cop pulls me over? Just that extra stress that's normally not there. So going to bed early definitely helps, because just getting the sleep you need helps your body reset itself. And then creating that sleep ritual. Being mindful of what you are eating. A lot of you are at home now, and I've noticed in the grocery store, all the junk food's gone. I went to Kroger the other day. Produce, packed full. I bought a ton of fresh produce. All the junk food, gone. All the lunch meats with the nitrites and the nitrates and stuff in it, the cancer causing stuff, gone. All the healthier stuff, there. Okay, so you're probably eating stuff that you normally wouldn't eat because you are at home and you're buying just whatever's out there. So just be mindful of what you're eating because you don't have to buy the junk food just because it's there. Okay, I'm not buying it. Even though I wanted a candy bar at the store the other night, by the time we got to the checkout, I totally forgot. And then just plan ahead what today's is. So this is a very, very, very brief overview of what I go into for 12 weeks. Okay, and it's one-on-one. And we dig deep into this, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about how to eat clean. So I hope you learned a lot from these 4 weeks. All the files have been uploaded. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave it right here in the group. I'm always here. And stay safe, and hopefully we'll be back to normal soon. All right? Enjoy your week, guys. Bye.